What is up guys, my name is Chase and this tiny thing is the DJI Pocket 2. So I got this thing for Christmas 2021 and I wanted to share my thoughts after using it for a little while. So here are 3 things I like and dislike about the DJI Pocket 2. The first thing I really like about the DJI Pocket 2 is the size. As you can probably tell, this is a tiny cute little camera. Like, I already have really small hands, like I feel like I'm part of the small hands club, and even in my tiny hands, this camera is very small. I really like how compact it is. It makes it really great for portability. Like holding it, it is basically like holding a Snickers bar. But it just feels really tiny to hold. Like it's not like heavy or anything, like it's very small, very lightweight, and you know, very portable. And it comes with this little like carrying case. So basically what you can do is you just turn off the DJI Pocket 2 and then you can put it in its little holder. And it's really nice and snug and all cute. I feel like this could easily fit in a pocket or even just a small handbag. So it's very small, very portable, and I like that. The second thing I like about the DJI Pocket 2 is the video resolutions. So don't mind me because I have to look at my notes here. But the DJI Pocket 2 can record at 4K, 2.7K, and 1080p at 24, 25, 30, 48, 50, and 60 frames per second. I just think it's amazing the different resolutions that you can record with this camera. Like the fact that you can record 4K at 60 frames per second means that you're going to get very crisp and buttery smooth video. So I think it's awesome just the amount of resolutions that you can record with this camera. You can also record HDR video at 2.7K or 1080p at 24, 25, or 30 frames per second. There's also a slow motion feature which lets you record at 1080p 120 frames per second or 240 frames per second. And along with all of those video resolutions, you also have different types of video recording. You can record a time lapse, or you can record a motion lapse, which basically pans the camera left and right. So just the sheer amount of video options you have with this camera is really cool. And last but not least, the third thing I like about this camera has to obviously be just the motorized gimbal. So essentially what this camera is one of DJI's drone cameras just slapped onto a stick. And so as you move the camera around, this little gimbal will kind of like track your motions. And not only is it just fun to look at, but also it means that you get some very stable footage. It has a 3-axis stabilization, so it's really cool for like getting those nice panning shots or nice sweeping shots. And it's all in a tiny little package. Alright, so those are the 3 things I like about the DJI Pocket 2. Now let's move on to the things I don't really like about the DJI Pocket 2. First off, something I really hope DJI can somehow change with a firmware update is that you can't really like lock the device. I guess this is something that you kind of expect going into this camera, but I think it would be really nice if you could just lock the gimbal in just a, you know, a static position so that you can basically use it as a normal camera. Because while the gimbal is great for getting these like really smooth shots, sometimes you might just want to use it as a normal, like, I don't know, vlogging camera or something, or if you want to put it on a tripod. There's no way to actually just keep the camera static. It's always going to have this motorized gimbal on. Again, I feel like that might even be able to be fixed in a firmware update, but if there's somehow to just lock the gimbal in place, I think that could be really helpful as well. The next thing I'm not the biggest fan of with the DJI Pocket 2 is the phone app. So in order to update the device, you have to use the DJI Mimo app on iPhone or Android. And something good I will say is that actually connecting it to the phone is pretty simple. The DJI Pocket 2 comes with these little like modules that you can switch out, and they just easily you know, slide into the device like that. And now you have a lightning connector for your iPhone, or also there's a USB-C one for, you know, whatever other phones there are. But it's kind of annoying because first off, the lightning connector does not work with cases. So like I have the Apple silicone case on my iPhone 12 and like the connector isn't long enough to where it can reach the lightning port. So you basically have to take off your case from your phone in order to plug it in. Not the biggest deal, but it's something that's just a little bit annoying. And then also just the app itself, it's fine. Like it works perfectly fine. I think it's good for, you know, people who don't want to use the tiny little screen on the DJI Pocket 2. But I will say it is a bit like confusing to use, if anything, just because you have to kind of train your brain to think that this phone is just the monitor, because I think naturally you're just expected to like, you know, your phone camera is here, so your brain knows that if you move your phone in a certain way, the camera is gonna be in this position. So it's a little bit confusing. I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. Maybe I'm just stupid. I mean, not maybe, I'm definitely stupid, but my point is, I think the app gets the job done for the most part. It's just a little bit annoying to use. For the most part, I love this camera. Like, I've been having so much fun using it. I love how tiny it is and the portability and the fact that you can get such, you know, smooth camera movements. So while I do have just a few things that I wish could be a little bit better with this camera, I still really like it, and, you know, I've been having a lot of fun using it. Also, sorry, random little last thing I wanted to say. I really like that there's like an easy like vlogging option, so like you triple click the button and the camera will just automatically flip towards you, which is really nice because with most vlogging cameras, like, you know, the LCD screen is on the back, so sometimes you can't see what you're doing. Where with the DJI Pocket 2, the screen is facing towards me, so I can actually see what I'm recording. And then when you want to flip it back, you triple press the button and it'll just automatically flip the other way. Alright, I just talked a whole bunch, so I don't know, hopefully you found this video a little bit useful. Let me know in the comments if you guys have the DJI Pocket 2 and what you think of it. If you want to see more of my tech reviews, feel free to check out some of the videos below. For now, thank you for watching. My name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.